Hi everyone, this is Sylvia from wigstoppers.com, and I just wanted to wanted you to tag along with me while I give this girl a haircut. So this is just a wig one of my clients brought in. So we're going to be cutting the bangs, making them wispy, cutting the length a little bit, wisping out around the face, and we're going to be cutting some layers. So she does have a little layer right in here, so I'm just going to kind of continue from that and blend it all the way down. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so here we are just making sure that the wig is on straight. So I'm just pinning it right in where the ear tabs are. And then just making sure that it's straight on both sides. Pinning most of the hair back. I'm going to start with the bangs now. So there already was a bang here, but there were a lot of wispy pieces just coming forward, so they needed to be cut. So we do longer on the sides, shorter in the front, like right in the middle. So it'd be like a curtain bang. And then I'm going to be just point cutting. So that part right there, that is what always goes in front. It just falls forward and it's really annoying. So it's just got to be cut. So point cutting is the best with the wigs. So yeah, just keep point cutting that until it's the right length. And then the sides, we just do like an angled cut. And you just want to make sure the sides are even. And you just kind of eyeball it, and if it looks a little bit thicker, you just do a little more of a point cut. This section here was a little thick. That was a little bit thick there too. It's a pretty heavy bang, so see there, I'm just kind of lifting up a little bit of that thicker area, making sure that the perimeter is down so you don't cut a hole in the bangs. And again here, we're just, you know, thinning out the bangs, kind of moving it around just to see how it's falling. You don't want it to be too chunky. Now we're going to be moving on to the face framing. So just taking a chunk kind of from either the front of the ear or the top of the ear forward. And then you want it to kind of be balanced on both sides. Here I'm just going to cut the length first. So cut the bottoms of both sides and make sure it's even. And then I'll be doing just a little bit of a what I call like a walk and talk kind of slide cutting. So as you're holding the scissors down, you connect it from the end of the bangs to the bottom there. So just have like an imaginary line going from the side of the bangs down to the edge of the very bottom of the other side. Point cut again. Now I just eyeball it, kind of brush it all forward, making sure that it's even, and do a little point cut where it's not. Point cut down here, it's a little bit too straight. All right, now we're going to be moving on to the back. So I'm just taking the sides and showing like where it is, but I'm going to go a little bit longer in the back. So maybe about 2 inches longer than I did the sides. And you just go straight back, draw like a straight line kind of, or cut a straight line. And then whenever you want to check to make sure it's even, you just bring it to the center the way I've done there. Now we're going to just blend in the sides where it's a little bit choppy. You just cut that corner off and point cut. So now it's kind of like a rounded oval shape, like an oval shape on the bottom, like a U shape. Point cutting again. Probably do a little more point cut later. That's the shortest layer. So the wig already came with this short layer. Here I'm doing the walk and talk slide cutting again. Just kind of holding up that top short piece and only taking about the top half section of the hair and kind of walk and talk down to that middle section. So yeah, and now kind of doing a little bit along the bottom now, just to kind of blend it down to the bottom. Yeah, I didn't want to use a comb here because it's the synthetic hair and it's kind of hard to brush through or comb through. It's not like the human hair. So just with my hands, just kind of comb it. And then just keep going all the way around. I kind of take like pie sections, go from the top, then the bottom, kind of work my way down. This is a wet brush, so it's a really good brush for synthetic hairs. So there, I just did like a visual kind of check. And there I was just checking a little bit, and I see that it's a little bit longer on the one side. So you kind of grab the hairs from the same side of each of the head. So if you grab from above the ear, you grab from both sides and then bring it to the middle. And then you'll see if it's too long or too short. Now I'm just doing a little check here. Ew, it's looking fancy. I had such a blast. Okay, here in the front I can see there's a little bit. See, it's longer there. I don't know if you can tell, but with my trained eyes I can tell. She's so pretty. Now I'm using my texturizing shears, and I'm just using it on the ends. Oh, and I guess here I was able to use the comb. So with the texturizers, it really just thins out the ends. It looks really nice and wispy. Makes it look very realistic. I had so much fun doing this haircut. So I think the whole video when I recorded it was about 45 minutes. I just sped it up a bit. See, that's a little bit too choppy at the bottom or too thick. So I want to texturize it a bit more. I'm glad I did. It looks real good. Hopefully this wig will get a little more wear than it did before. I think she was just pulled out like Halloween, but she deserves to be worn a little bit more. She's so pretty. It was pretty chunky right there by the sides, so I just kind of take that intersection. See how I kind of pick it up? Just make sure you don't pick up that very bottom piece because you want the perimeter to be solid. Ew. I whip my hair back and forth. She's so fun. There we go. Okay, so I feel like she's done. Yeah, so hopefully you can follow along what I was doing. So we cut the back a little bit longer than the sides. So I cut the sides first, and then I just went down about 1 inch, and then I connected the edges there just so it would have a smooth transition. And then I texturized all the ends with the thinning shears, and I also did a point cut. It was kind of full here on this side, so I thinned it out quite a bit. So hopefully my client likes it. She wants to be able to wear it if she wants to the store. Lately she's just been wearing it on Halloween, but she wants to wear her. So what I'm going to do now is just take the steamer and just steam the edges a little bit in so you can see more of the layers. But yeah, so I'll show you how I do that too. All right. All right, so I'm just going to use a spray bottle just to give the ends a little bit of a bend, and I use my steamer. So it's pretty much a kettle, and it just blasts steam out of the little hole in the front there. Yeah, so I just kind of bend it forward like it was a round brush pretty much. And the steam, obviously the steam is very, very hot. You have to be careful. This is definitely not a professional technique, but it works for me. So just to kind of give it a little bit of a bend. I don't want to use the brush when I do this because it's going to melt the bristles for sure. This comb that I have is it's a carbon comb, I believe, and it won't melt, so you can use this comb to do something like this. And I just kind of try to bend the edges and then let them cool in the forward way that I've brushed it. Just kind of, yep, just bending it and blasting it with that steam all forward. I get a lot of questions if people can use just a regular steamer, like a Conair or a clothes steamer, and I don't see why not. You might not get like the precise airflow that you need, but I guess you don't really need it. Okay, so I'm just gonna let her dry like this. She's still a little bit wet, so Just want to let her dry completely, and then I'll come back and show you the final results. Thanks.